So lately, I've really been into games that test your understanding of their messages by the end. And there's two games in particular that I'm thinking about. One is Bastion, and the other is Expedition 33. Both are very similar in that they're narrative-driven games that introduce a lot of different elements, but they have some key themes that are playing throughout the story that both you and the characters are learning. And then they end with a final choice, a moral choice that changes your ending. And in both games, I feel it's very clear, if you've absorbed the game's messages, which route to pick. It's not the same as, say, like a Telltale game where there are all these branching paths and there is no, right way to go about it. It kind of tests what you value most. But these games do something different in that you are supposed to have learned something important throughout the duration of these stories. And at the very end, they ask you, basically, have you learned? And I love that because I think that so many people play games without really grappling with the deeper themes. And by making you make that choice, it really makes you think twice. If you haven't been paying that much attention, you might even look up things to see other people's explanations for why they picked something if you really weren't paying much attention. But more than anything, I think that both of them do a great job of damning you to hell, basically, if you choose the wrong option. In Bastion, if you choose to repeat the cycle that you're in, of all this carnage, all this conquest, imperialism and subjugation of another race, basically, and genocide, you get this ending that leads you back into a New Game Plus, in which the narrator makes it very clear that this is the story repeating. It's not the story over again. This is what you've done. Your actions have led you to just repeat the same cycle over and over again until you break it. Another interesting is, it's similar to Signalis in that way, actually, as well, which has a similar ending. But Expedition 33, if you don't realize that, what's at stake here really is this family. And if you choose to keep living in a fantasy and never moving on or moving forward as a family, you get this horrifying ending where, Mael is basically like a puppeteer, forcing everyone to live out this life that was never meant for any of them.